Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of Foxborough Central. I'm your host, Bob Hickey, and I thank you for taking a little bit of time to join me and my guest tonight as we talk about the people, events, and organizations that make Foxborough truly the gem of Norfolk County. And I'm joined tonight by some good folks who are doing a really good thing. I'm going to start on my left. It's Jim Politano. Jim, how are you doing?
Great.
And you are with the local band that we should all know by now, 36 Red.
Yes.
We've heard you over the years, and it gets better and better all the time.
It does, yeah. It's nice. All these events are great on the Common. We've done many times for the 9/11 Foundation. And we're looking forward to this one.
And you mentioned an event, and of course that's why we're bringing this program to you. I'm joined by two of the leaders of the Foxborough Lions Club. And I first, of course, want to say hi to Tom Berry, who is...
Hello.
What is your title this year?
Vice President.
Vice President.
Vice President this year.
Good volunteers, as long as you keep making eye contact with them. They keep cycling you through, right?
Absolutely. We're always looking for new volunteers. So.
And we'll, of course, get to when the meetings are, and we can hopefully do a few recruiting calls out. But, of course, we're here talking about the upcoming concert, the second annual. I'm going to read off my notes just so I get it absolutely correct. It's the second annual Music Fest, correct? Sponsored by the Foxborough Lions Club. And, of course, I'm talking to Bill Mata as I make eye contact with you. How are you doing?
Excellent.
And what is your title this year?
Well, I am the immediate past president.
The immediate past president.
Yeah, so.
Which means that in 3 years you'll be cycling through and
ready for another round.
That's right. I was treasurer of the Foxborough JCs several couple times, so I know how it works. Yep. Well, welcome, gentlemen. I'm glad that we could get together and hopefully do a little positive publicity. Folks at home should know that this is real time. This Saturday coming up is going to be the second annual Music Fest sponsored by the Foxborough Lions Club. It's a phenomenal event for those of you who had a chance to go out last year, and I understand there were 450 people that went last year.
A little over 450
Which is a great turnout considering it's the first year.
Yes, and the winter gods prayed on us. We had no snow. The day afterwards, it all started hitting us, so
well,
we were lucky last year.
And this year, of course, there's not going to be snow on Saturday night. And Saturday night, February 20th is the time and the date, is it not?
Yes.
Am I right on that?
Yes, it is.
All right.
20, 6, 8,
I didn't even have to look at my
PM.
crib notes. How about that?
Very good.
Showcase Live.
Showcase
Patriot
Live
Place.
at Patriot Place.
Great.
Yes.
I mean, couldn't be a better venue.
Well, it's beautiful up there, and there's plenty of parking, and obviously people can do dinner and then come out. But I understand there's going to be a lot of reason to stay right there in the venue.
You can actually have dinner at the venue.
There you go. So talk to me. What's this going to be? The second annual Music Fest.
Yeah. Well, the doors are going to open at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. And since it is a music fest, it starts out with two bands from the local school, Mockingbird School of Music.
Yeah, and that's in Mansfield, right?
In Mansfield, right.
And so you've got two student bands that would be sort of the warm-up act, shall we say.
Exactly. So they actually come on at 6:30.
But that's really cool. It gives them a chance to, and that's going to be a lot of people from the play in front of them, so that's a great experience
So
for them.
a lot of parents would be attending at that point.
Okay.
Right. And then after
we'll
the
go
kids,
on after them.
moving on to them.
Foxborough's preeminent band,
That's right.
36 Red.
36
I'm
Red.
very excited. It's going to be a great show. We're joined by a horn section for this one, so we're
Really?
really looking forward to it.
Who's bringing in the horns?
Jim Notarangelo and his crew are coming in.
Okay, local?
Yeah, local guys, and they've jammed with us a couple of times. They played at Toby Keith's with us one time in the past, and we're looking forward to having them stay in the whole show, so they're playing on every song.
Really? Wow, a little horn section, a
Yeah,
little,
it's going to be great.
little Atlantic blues action going there.
We're going to
hey?
do some Chicago and
Yep,
some Earth,
there
Wind,
you
and
go.
Fire, and
There
some
you go.
things a little different for us.
All right,
so.
well, for those of us who are fans of 36 Red, we know what to expect, and it's a good time. So that'll be a cool sound.
The following group will be 111. It's a big night for the band 111. They're actually local as well. Artie Eating is the leader, and they produced and developed a video and a new song dedicated to law enforcement and first responders, and it will premiere that night.
Really?
So we're inviting all law enforcement and first responders to come and join. There's a big, large screen behind the band, so you'll be able to view the new video. So
Wow.
it'll be a good night.
Well, maybe we'll be able to get him and the band members on Foxborough Central at a future date, and we'll be able to publicize that.
We
'Cause
hope
it sounds
so.
like a pretty powerful video. What is
It
the
is.
video for?
It's dedicated to, with all the bad press and everything going on our first responders, he wanted to do something positive and start getting the positive message out that they're not that bad. They save our lives, they protect our homes. So it's really a project that he was looking forward to do, and he's got he's going to be he's doing donations online.
A GoFundMe page.
Yeah, GoFundMe
Okay.
page. He's doing a GoFundMe page, and actually, he part of the funds that they will get will go towards the first responders charity groups.
Okay, well, that's certainly a fantastic cause, so I look forward to hearing more about that. And that'll be pretty sharp to have that premiering at the second annual Foxborough Music Fest. So with that, let's talk about the whole purpose of this night. So we've got more music coming, but we'll get back to that in a second. To go to the second annual Music Fest, people should log on to www.showcaselive.com.
They can get more information there as well.
And?
they can purchase tickets
Buy
online
tickets,
as
right.
well,
There you go.
right?
And they cost $20 each, so it's a really good deal because it's going to be
Right.
an entire evening's worth of music.
That's right. Right. And all the proceeds are going to go towards the Perkins School of the Blind, like we did last year.
Yep.
The
And of course, the Perkins School is a long-standing recipient of a partnership from the Lions Club, not
From
just
Lions-
Foxborough, but
Lions
all the local
International,
ones.
right,
Yes.
right.
And the Lions Club, just to take a step aside, we talked about members at the beginning. Let's talk about the Lions Club real quick. What a wonderful civic organization, and the purpose of the Lions Club is to?
Well, internationally, the Lions are known for helping out the seeing impaired. All right.
We've all seen the Vision truck going down
Right.
during the Founders Day parades, of course,
Right.
and other times.
Right. We also donate and raise funds for the Mass Eye and air research. On a local venue, we raise funds for the high school students, discretionary fund, food pantry.
And that's what we're doing with this project. So you're going to be donating a significant portion to the Perkins School for the Blind, but also I understand, and correct me, that you're going to be donating to the food pantries in Foxborough, Mansfield, and Rentham.
That's right.
I didn't even look at my notes.
Nice.
There you
I
go.
tell you what, I'm
Proud
going to
of
be
you,
a good
Bob.
host.
You're
Thank you
doing
very
great
much.
tonight.
Jim, you're not proud of me at all. That's okay. It's all good because we're family here in Foxborough. And where were we? Talking about the second annual Music Fest, sponsored by the Foxborough Lions Club. So that $20 ticket is going to buy a lot of fun music and a great evening, but it's also going to go to a very, very worthy causes.
Very good cause, right? And we've also generated a lot of funds from some local sponsors.
Okay.
We've had some local donations.
Well, let's talk about that. So we've got donations because it's more than just music. I'm not going to just sit in my seat for 5 hours and listen to the best music locally produced. I'm also going to do what?
Well, we also have a 50-50 raffle.
I love a 50-50 raffle.
Right?
I don't win the 50-50 raffles too often, but anyway.
We also have silent auctions for. We have plenty of.
I understand there's some big ticket items coming down the pike
sports
too.
memorabilia, right?
Okay. Everybody loves sports memorabilia, especially if it's the Bruins. You wouldn't happen to have anything Bruins, would you?
We do have some.
You
Bruins.
do have something
Yeah.
Bruins. See the softball I let in? See, this is why I'm the host. Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear it. Let's hear about the Bruins.
Well, one of the neat ones is they call it the Sacred Six.
Okay.
all right? So it's a signed photo of with their backs turned. Bobby Orr. You might have to help me, Tom.
Ray
Bobby
Bork.
Orr,
Bork,
Ray
Jerry
Bork,
Cheevers.
Jerry
Jerry
Cheevers,
Cheevers,
Johnny
Kim
Busick.
Neely,
Esposito.
Esposito,
Wow.
Yeah.
and
It's great.
And I understand this is a limited edition, so
right.
it's not.
There were 500 of them made, and
Wow.
there's 25
And
left.
you have one of
And
them.
We have one of them. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right.
So that'll be a nice auction item.
Yeah, we have a signed autographed Tom Brady helmet.
Okay. Wow.
We have a signed autographed Gronkowski shirt.
Nice. Very nice.
We got some Larry Bird.
And
memorabilia.
I've also been following
Photo.
on Facebook, so there's been some publicity on Facebook. So people can not only go to www.showcaselive.com, but they can also log on to your Facebook page and learn more about it. And it's the Friends of Is it your personal page?
Actually, no. Actually, I've been pushing off the
Because I'm your friend. I follow you. So.
The Foxborough Lions Club has their Facebook page.
So everybody should become friends of the
Foxborough.
Foxborough Lions Club
Yeah.
because as one of the civic organizations in town, there's a lot of good publicity. And frankly,
Yeah.
there's always a need for volunteers. The civic organizations don't run autonomously. They need to have partnership with folks in the community. So people should learn about the Foxborough Lions and get involved.
And then there's a Foxborough discussion page. There's a lot of communication on that.
Yep.
Friends of Foxborough.
Each of the
all
bands
types of
have
pages.
event pages as well that
Yep.
you can purchase tickets through any of them.
Do they really?
Yeah, yeah.
So
both,
I could log on
you
to
can log on to
Facebook and I
36
could
Red
find
site.
36 Red. And what's
And our
36
Facebook
Red site?
36red.com.
Nice.
And you can go in there. And Wits End, the third band that we haven't talked about yet, that's also playing. Great bunch of guys. They're going on last for the night. So everybody should stay right till the end. They're
Fantastic.
Awesome group.
And actually, I understand the band members have tickets also. So if somebody
do,
were to
yep.
see you or
Or
Aaron
Wits
going
End,
around
Aaron, yeah,
or
if you saw Aaron
Larry.
floating around, buy tickets from Aaron.
and,
She would love that.
Larry Smith is very hard to find, but if you do see him, of course, you can also get a hold of Jeff O'Brien,
Yep.
who's your new guitarist, right?
Yep. He's been here 11 months now.
Wow.
And Steve Carter, our drummer, joined us about 3 months ago.
So he's still in his rookie season, so
Yeah,
he's
he is
allowed
in
to
his
make a
rookie
couple
season.
twangy notes, or is that not
He
acceptable?
is not going to make any twangy
No
notes. I
twangies.
guarantee it. He will be right
right.
on. And we may re-up his contract.
Oh,
This
well,
one.
there you go.
Raised on promises, she couldn't help thinking that there was a little more to life somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world with lots of places to run to. And if she had to die trying, there was one little promise she was gonna keep. Oh yeah, all right. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. She was an American girl. I was scared and fearing for my life. I was shaking like a leaf on a tree. Continuously, me, big and bad, Lord, couldn't let go of me. I said, wait a minute, mister, I didn't even care, sir. Don't want no trouble with you. And I know you don't owe me, but I wish you would let me ask one favor from you. Oh yeah, won't you give me 3 steps? 3 steps is best, 3 steps towards the door. Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, mister, and you'll never see me no more. Ah, that's for sure now. Should I karaoke? I'm gonna get lucky. Oh, and he don't know. When I dug my key into the side of his brand new suit, the 4-wheel drive, put my name into his leather seat. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all 4 tires. Very next time I beg the police. I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning. Yeah, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Say we're rolling, 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 rolling on the river. I said, do 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 do.
Well, so it sounds like it's going to be a great night, an awful fun night with a lot of music, and you mentioned food also.
Yes, the Showcase Live has it's kind of like a pubby menu, sandwiches, fries.
Yep.
you know, there's also sodas and cocktails for the adults and stuff. So
I do want to mention too, this is for all ages as well.
And so it's a family event.
Family
and,
event.
well, obviously,
Family
if you're going to
event.
have the musicians from the
That's right.
the
Mockingbird
Mockingbird
School.
School.
Right.
You caught me looking at my crib note. I try to do it. At the Mockingbird School, there's going to be a lot of the younger ones there earlier on. So it sounds like it's going to be a pretty nice evening. So the intent, of course, is to raise money, which is why we're again going to announce that people should go to www.showcaselive.com and buy their tickets. It's $20 in advance, which is a great deal. $25 at the door if you don't decide the last minute, which is fine also. And with 400 people coming last year, and it looks like it's bigger and better this year, it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you, everyone that went last year, if they can go again, they'll be there.
The house is going to rock.
Yeah.
It was in the early stages when we were planning it last year. This was way outside their box, so I give these guys a lot of credit.
Yeah.
They really stepped out on this to have a little faith in the band and everybody being able to not just draw the people and make the numbers work, but to be aggressive with the rock and roll show, and that's basically what it was.
Wow.
It was so good we're doing it again.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There you go. So with doing it again, and also I hope folks have appreciated that we have some pictures that we've been showing periodically throughout this broadcast, but there's some great shots of last year's
Yes.
event. And some of the shots show even, I believe, former
Scott
state
Brown?
senator, not state senator, pardon me, former Senator Scott Brown sitting in on one of the sessions.
Yeah, he played 3 songs with us that night, and he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. He's jammed with Cheap Trick before, and we ended up doing a Cheap Trick song that night.
Really?
And yeah, he's a lot of fun to be around. Great person. Really enjoyable.
And I understand also that there is, what am I trying to say? Your DJ, not DJ,
MC.
MC. Thank you very much. DJ. Which is why I was not invited to the MC, because I can't do that. So who is the skilled person who I am sure is going to be up to the task and not look at crib notes like me?
Yeah. Well, I need crib notes because
So Amy is a good friend of the local music community. She's been around for many years. She's done a lot of very nice articles on our band, Wits End and 111. She's very close with.
She writes for...
She writes for Examiner.com.
Okay.
What's Amy's last name?
I'm going to say it wrong.
okay.
I think it's Natchbar, but I'm
Natchbar,
not
yep,
sure.
yep.
I believe that's what it is.
And her initial claim to fame was...
She was in, I think, at least one episode of Three's Company. I know that for a fact.
So there's multiple reasons why folks would want to come out to
Yeah.
see the second annual Music Fest. And
Last year, our MC was Scott Wally.
okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
From
little Channel 5 newscaster.
yeah,
So.
well, that's very interesting.
Came
So-
up from Hingham to join us.
we're looking forward to Amy.
Well, and I think Amy is going to bring certainly a national flair to really spice up the night. But with the different bands playing, so we've got 36 Red.
Yep.
And then comes on 111, and then after that is
Wits End will close the night.
Wits End. So let's talk about Wits End a little bit. We haven't even touched on them.
Well, Wits End, I'll get the ball rolling. They're actually very good friends of ours. I consider the bands very interchangeable.
Who's better?
We're better.
Thank you.
But we love them.
Well,
We met them through this from last year. I think they know Andy or one of the guys involved in the Lions Club. And we ended up becoming tight. And I mean, now we have literally interchangeable gigs.
Really?
If I can't do a gig, Wits End's my first call. They're my guys. And, we have a great relationship from that.
it's really interesting here in Foxborough. We're blessed to have so much talent and so much musical vibrancy. Going to the starting at the high school level, and then with the horns in the house,
Yeah.
and then back in
Amazing.
the day, and then 36 Red has been around for
long
a
time.
great
Yeah,
long time.
Yeah, we're very
And even
grateful.
if we go back to some local talent, Joanne Levesque,
Yep.
and so there's just so much talent that we maybe take for granted, which is why again we should really embrace the opportunity we have to really catch some of the local talent and enjoy it for the night and really enjoy a music fest. How many communities can put on a music fest at a venue like Showcase Cinema Live?
Yeah, it's a great venue. It's great sound coming off it. It's got a big dance floor, so the dance floor is always crowded. So if you Get there early, get a spot on the dance floor early because it crowds up quick.
You know,
What if I don't know how to use my computer and I don't have Facebook? Is there any way that I can get a hold of somebody for tickets?
I'm right here.
Also,
Come down to the studio at 24.
we have still some tickets available down at the Shell station on 140
Okay, so the Shell station that's right on Commercial Street
Yep.
here in Foxborough.
in Foxborough. Contact one of the lines.
Yeah. So we actually purchased or printed out 300 tickets, and as far as my knowledge,
Well, you're going to be out.
they're all
We're gonna
they're
be
all
close
spoken
to
for,
being-
but
yeah.
there are a few hanging around. But like I said, it's so easy, Bob. Go on the website.
And if you can't figure it out, of course, you can always log back into
Showcase.
www.fcatv.org, click on the button for Foxborough Central, and you can cycle through this show until you see this information again, and then you'll know exactly where to go. So,
There you go.
so from an event standpoint, if you've got 300 printed tickets and you've got the additional online, it sounds like there's going to be some premium seating going on here. Is there? How big is the venue? How many people can
Well,
come?
from what I understand, it holds 800, but 7.
So we're
8
not worried about standing room, but at the same time, it's going to be a
No,
rocking
I'm-
event.
I was at when we decided to do it last year. We went to a show,
Mm-hmm.
and they told us there were about 500 people at that particular show, and it was very full.
It was full,
Yeah.
huh?
And last year
But that's such a good vibe, and you've got
Yeah.
good music, and you've got everybody
I mean,
enjoying it.
700 people. They'll end up taking a lot of the high tables out. You know. So.
So we've got food and we've got beverages and we have a silent auction. Are there any other silent auction high-end items that I should go see? I remember reading about one that just came up last week on the Facebook page.
Well, yeah, there's one that was donated just recently. It's 2 tickets to the Red Sox. It's
See,
the
that's how
A's.
you-
It's the
that's how you
A's
get me
game.
out there, so.
It's the A's game. It's actually right behind the dugout. It's a clubhouse type seating. You have waiters serve you. You don't have to get up. You know, you have access to the field 2 hours before the game, free parking, and access to the field an hour after the game. So it's a high ticket.
That's a
it's
nice event.
Great item to have. You know, I want to bid on it. My father-in-law was pitched for the A's back in the 40s.
Did he really?
Yeah, so I have to bid for it because my
They were in
wife
Philadelphia
is a
back
big
then.
A's. Yeah, they were
Yeah?
in Philadelphia.
That's right.
His coach was Connie Mack. So if you got any baseball history, he was there. So it's
Well, I
it's
might
a
make-
great
is he
item
gonna be
to
at the
have.
event?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
great.
Maybe he'll be he's a secret guest that we didn't even know about.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
We also have some door prizes. Everything from an oil change from a local auto store. Bass Pro has donated a gift card.
That's great.
We also have Celtics tickets.
Really?
The House of Blues.
Celtics are doing pretty good
Yeah.
this year. Might be a good year to go see them.
The House of Blues in Boston. Jim, you might know more
Yes.
about the House of Blues than I
Yes.
would, but
It's a great night.
They've
a nice
donated
venue.
2 tickets to
Megadeth.
Megadeth.
Really?
Yeah,
Megadeth.
so-
With access to
Yeah,
the
what-
foundation room.
Yeah.
So it's a great night.
Wow.
It's a
Yeah.
great package.
Splitsville, they've donated a $250 entertainment package for up to 8 people. So that's a pretty neat one.
So long story short, there's a lot of reasons to go up there because you're going to be generating some money to make a great donation to the Foxborough, Rentham, and Mansfield food pantries, as well as the Perkins School for the Blind. But the only way you can do that is if people come out in force and make their donations. I'm going to give you folks the last word real quick, but one final time, be sure to come out on Saturday, February 20th, to Showcase Live as we have the 2nd annual Music Fest sponsored by the Foxborough Lions Club. Jim,
My last word is you will have one of the funnest nights of your life if you come out Saturday night.
that's a great last word, Tom.
Great night, great causes. Come on out.
Yep.
Mr. Mata.
And you're going to see a lot of familiar faces from town. It's going to be a nice setting. So
Familiar faces from town, and maybe you'll be one of them, and we hope so. So put down your $20 for a really good cause and have a great time doing it. On behalf of all the folks here at Foxborough Cable Access, we hope to see you up at Showcase Live. Again, you can log on to showcaselive.com, buy your tickets in advance, or you can get them for $25 at the door, and bring a little spend of money with you too, as well as your dancing shoes. So until we see you on Saturday, February 20th, starting at 6 o'clock, I'm Bob Hickey, your host. Have a great day, Foxborough. Take care.